Have you ever wondered why women might treat some men like total garbage while desperately chasing after others? If you think the answer is just about having a ton of money or ridiculously good looks, well, you are completely delusional. There are plenty of really good-looking guys out there who literally can't get a single date, and plenty of rich guys who just get used for their money, like suckers. So what is the real secret here? It comes down to a fascinating central paradox. High-value men know exactly how to ignore women. Women naturally crave attention. The moment a man stops giving them that attention for free, he immediately stands out from the crowd. But you can't just do it randomly. There's an entire psychology behind how to correctly ignore a woman to drive attraction. And that is exactly what we're going to break down today. A whopping 95% of men out there fall into what it calls the simp category. Guys who are just so desperate to get a woman to talk to them, giving away all their attention for absolutely free. On the flip side, you have the remaining 5%, the high-value men. These guys operate on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. They know exactly how to withdraw their attention, and that drives women absolutely insane. But before we go any further, what exactly does a high-value man mean? Well, he definitely isn't defined just by his bank account. Instead, he's defined as a guy who fiercely values his own time, has big, ambitious goals, and inherently knows his own worth. He absolutely does not sit around seeking external validation from anyone, especially not romantically. All right, let's jump right into cultivating the right mindset, the inner game, and being complete. Here, between serial daters and high-value men. The type guys who are constantly jumping from one failed relationship right into a new one, this just projects a totally pathetic fear of being alone. High-value men, on the other hand, project this incredibly attractive confidence because they're completely fine being single. They know they're whole without a woman because they aren't afraid to be alone. They only pick the absolute highest quality partners instead of just settling out of sheer desperation. And that leads us right into these specific mindset traits. A high-value man truly believes he stands right at the top of the food chain in the dating market. Because of that, he doesn't view attractive women as these unreachable superhuman beings. He's completely relaxed. He's nonchalant, while regular guys get impressed super easily. A man who is truly focused on his own life is incredibly hard to impress. And it's exactly that nonchalance that acts like a magnet. So the real kicker here is where these high-value guys are actually directing their energy. They're simply way too busy with their life's purpose to waste time on meaningless flirting. Instead of just sitting around waiting for luck to strike, they devote their energy to creating a life they can actually be proud of. They make things happen. This immense drive and ambition is deeply appealing to women, and those lower-value men giving out free attention completely lack. Imagine this. A woman turns on her phone in the morning and boom, she gets countless notifications from men wanting to give her free attention. This artificially inflates her ego before she's even brushed her teeth. But a high-value man, he completely refuses to give his attention for free. He has better things to do, so he leaves that thankless task entirely to the beta males. And this all builds into a very deliberate, step-by-step psychological strategy. First, he might introduce himself just to create a little spark and get on her radar. But then, step 2, the free attention completely stops. Step 3, he treats her as if she's absolutely nothing special. Think about it. If 95% of men are validating her daily, this sudden withdrawal leaves her incredibly confused. She'll actually go out of her way to chase him, purely because she can't accept that he won't give her the validation she normally gets. But to actually pull this off, you have to be bold. Fortune favors the bold. Being passive? That's for the suckers. Passive behavior just does not work and will only lead you to years of constant frustration and struggle. High-value men take big risks and boldly take what they want out of life. I mean, before you can even think about the psychology of ignoring a woman, you have to actually have the courage to step up and approach her. Like a man first. You know, this boldness extends straight into how they communicate too. Think about how typical guys text. They waste time being vague, sending giant paragraphs using a bunch of emotional emojis, basically acting like a friend. A high-value man? He is direct, short, and sweet. He would literally rather get rejected or ghosted than waste his time playing silly texting games. She'll quickly notice she has to be on her best behavior, because if she wastes his time, she simply gets replaced. All right, when it comes to handling bad behavior, a high-value men absolutely do not entertain silly or irrational arguments. If you feel like she's finding excuses to pick unreasonable fights, the strategy is simple. Stop rewarding it and do not engage. Ignore her. This serves as a necessary wake-up call, showing her that random outbursts have real consequences. You basically refrain from showing her any care or attention until she actually owns up to the mistake. Another absolutely crucial rule here revolves around personal time. So many guys are way too quick to cancel their prior commitments just to meet up with an attractive woman. A high-value man never cancels an important commitment or his own plans. When a woman realizes that your time isn't just handed over easily whenever she asks, it proves you actually have a life of your own, and she has to work harder to earn a spot in it. Finally, to make sure this whole thing isn't misunderstood, this is not about sitting around in your room all day, playing video games, and just employing manipulative mind games on women for the fun of it. While those mind games might technically work, it's not productive at all. The true core of this philosophy is about a man genuinely valuing his own time and attention, pursuing his own purpose, and giving those who demand unearned validation a very humbling reality check. Protecting your attention is the absolute key to attraction. Take from this what you will.